Welcome back to the Quantum Show, everybody. Still not demons. I got mixed up in what I was doing and I forgot to, I got behind. Links are going out now. So we'll see who shows up, right? And I'm pretty sure Amy's going to bed right now, else I would send her a link, but I'm pretty sure she's going to bed. I might send her a link anyway. Links are out. Okay, links are sent. So, yeah, Tim Raven Lynn may come in. We'll see. I don't know. Messenger is now shut down. Now, yeah, I'm here. I'm here. What's up, Renee? Please like, share, and subscribe. If you're here, you're quantum, and they're still not demons. Definitely not demons. And what's up, everybody? Coming in the front door, Tim. What's up, Tim? Welcome back to the panel. You there?
Yes, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yes, now I can hear you.
Oh, good.
Because you didn't say anything at first. But I'm just, I'm about to go send Amy a message to, if she wants to come on. She may be getting ready for bed now. It's late for everybody but us.
Right.
And
10:31 Central Time.
yeah, and she's all the way on the other side of the country. So it's like after midnight for her. But I will definitely send her a message if I can. Okay, no. Whatever. Grok is going crazy over there. Let me see.
Oh, yeah.
Grok doesn't like when I don't know. I don't mess with Grok.
I don't really
Well,
mess
she
with
has.
that one either.
Yeah, I don't mess with Grok. I barely messed with Copilot lately. These have been off the shooting from the hip shows.
Nice.
Sorry.
Not a problem. I don't have anything to pitch.
Right. Okay, now she has had her link sent to her, but I did want to bring up one. I wanted to show this was funny, right? The very first comment I got. Where am I?
Hi, Renee.
Oh,
Hi, Rachel.
I have to do it this way. Okay. And this is why I wore my halo. Well, I can't do that either. Never mind. Sorry. This is what happens when I don't plan a show, right? Okay. Now I will read it out. Rod for Sooners 1 from 10 or so minutes ago says, anyone saying they're aliens are pushing that agenda. Clearly they're Nephilim that live among us. They will take off the mask very shortly. And I'm like, okay, man, keep that energy. When they take that mask off, come back and tell me. Okay. Thanks, Rod for Sooners 1. Appreciate it. So yeah, that was the very first thing I got on there. I'm like, oh my gosh, dude, really?
Right out the gate.
You want demons? That's what I hear. You want demons?
That's what I'm hearing too. I needed somebody else to say it.
Yeah.
This idea opens them up to the very thing that they're afraid of.
Yeah. So apparently they want demons. They'd rather have demons than aliens. Give me a break. Here's a take. Here's why I think I can get it on here now. Yeah.
Yeah, they're trying to do some end of the world stuff. I don't
Yeah,
agree with it.
yeah. Shoe on Head did a show recently, and I really agree with her. But tell me if y'all can see the picture on the screen right now. It's a YouTube video, but I can't make it do anything other than this, right?
Hmm.
Can y'all see this?
It looks like some type of power armor or
Right.
something.
Well, I'm gonna go ahead and play it. Hopefully y'all can see everything okay.
Where I'm from, we call him Demon.
Please put me down. I'm very tired.
That
Oh.
guy. That's why I'm wearing the Halo shirt. Because they call him Demon. And by the way, this is an original release shirt for Halo. This is a vintage T-shirt. I didn't buy this off of Amazon. I went to GameStop for this thing. 20.
Nice.
I can't believe it's 20 something years ago for Halo on the Xbox, the original Xbox.
Oh wow.
Yeah, trippy, huh? But yeah, I have something else. What do I have here? Oh yeah, it was Amy's show. I watched the Amy show. Amy took her viewers here during the solo, and that was awesome because I shout Amy out every day. Every time I get up, you see her. You see her sweatshirt back here, and this is the cup, and conservative vibes has got it going on. The thing it's if you don't laugh, if you laugh, you're conservative. Conservative vibes. 4 hours ago, his headline is I identify as an alien, and it's this girl in a bikini. And he says, I'm calling ICE and Space Force. I have to,
Yeah.
let me, oh, I can't show that. Damn it. Oh, well, it's complicated. But anyway, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Quantum Show panel discussion. So far, me and Tim. Lynn and Raven may show up. Ice Force. What's up, Ice Force? Lynn, I don't think your camera is working. I got a black screen from you. So Lynn is here. She's
He says
there.
that
We
he sees
go.
the black. Oh,
Oh,
You're
there she
here.
is.
You're here. You're here.
Hi, Lynn.
okay.
Hey,
Hi,
Lynn.
Tim. How are you doing? Hi, Nathan. How
So
are you all doing?
pretty good. Demons
Well-
or not demons?
Not demons.
Not demons.
demons.
Thank you.
Although Vance's allegiances might be under scrutiny, but we won't go into that.
Yeah. Shoe on Head is a political commentator. She's like she looks like a 20-something, but she's over 30, right? She's appealing to that audience. And Shoe on Head is a channel, political commentator, and she was talking about the evangelical groups are really trying to make it seem like they're demons. And among
They've been doing
other
that for a very long time.
Say again.
So that's been going on for a long time. I
Yeah, that's
remember
their whole
being
thing.
referred
Is
to
the
that way.
they want Armageddon. They want. I'm like, what is wrong with you guys? We got a lot of good stuff going on. Stop screwing it up. You know, we got a lot going on that could be really is good and could be better. Stop screwing it up.
A lot of better it could be done without all of this political maneuvering, and I don't care from whose camp.
Yeah,
Right.
this is not a political thing. This is
No.
a religious thing. And I'm like, okay.
So don't disguise it as a religious thing, because any decent religion wouldn't be involved in this carnage.
Yeah, they want, okay. Apparently, religion wants demons, wants the end of the world to come around. I'm like, what are you doing? I got a reply from Rod for Sooners. Rod for Sooners. All will see it. They will say they created us. It's been their plan for generations. Bro, he said it right there. I know
Mhm.
you can't read that, but he replied to me. I'm like, thank you for liking or at least watching, and thank you for commenting. But bro, come on now. Do you want them to be demons? Do you want them to be Nephilim? I want aliens. I definitely want aliens. At this point, I want aliens. Yeah, Scream is saying shoe on head is a nice cross generational commenter. Cutesy disposition, but flammable wit. And she does a great show. She gets it across. Someone called her, she's really trying to do the Nancy Drew thing. And I'm like, okay, that's cool. Nancy Drew, I read Nancy Drew, you know?
I did too.
I read
And
a
the
lot of
Hardy
Nancy
Boys,
Drew.
and I spent more time in books than I ever did in television.
Yeah, me too.
But
I
my
mean,
family didn't own a television till I was almost 10.
well, we owned a television, but we didn't have at the time it was 3 channels and cable, and we couldn't afford cable, and nobody wanted to watch The Price is Right all the time. So I didn't.
You know what? I remember when they started installing cable in Ohio in '78. I was a telephone operator, and when it went down, all hell broke loose. Where's my football game?
Right.
Or whatever else
Yeah.
you were watching.
Well, I never fell for that because I was in classes at my elementary school that required me to read books to get
Oh yeah.
to pass, right?
Hmm.
And it wasn't they weren't big books. They were kids' books. 3rd grade, 4th grade, you know? And they required me to read. And more often than not, I was getting a Nancy Drew. I didn't have any Hardy Boys there. It was all Nancy Drew. So I was doing Nancy Drew. I didn't get to watching it Hardy Boy or watch read Hardy Boys too much.
Same formula though.
Mm-hmm. Did
Well,
they ever add it to a series? Either one of those shows, Nancy Drew or Hardy Boys?
I think they both did.
Well, they need to. You know
Once
what?
upon a time.
Yeah, if they're looking for TV shows, do those. If you're
That
I'd
would
looking
be
rather
for
see
awesome.
them teach critical thinking in school, because that's what
well, yeah, but they're hooked
Nancy
on
Drew and
TV.
the Hardy
So
Boys was about. Critical
yeah,
thinking.
if they're going to be
Right.
hooked on TV, give them something interesting. Since they're not here at the Quantum Show or Amy's Good Morning UFO, they all want to be
Right.
Muggle-ish. So go be good Muggles, Nancy Drew, and remake those shows. And don't get me
Right.
started on Star Trek.
Gee. See,
Right.
you got to remember, I'm what 2 generations ahead of you all about that.
Yeah, one.
All
1.5
right,
because
one
I'm
good
kind
one.
of a zennial.
Yeah, something like that. But my sister and I had a bet about who could finish the encyclopedia first. Okay, we both won.
Dorothy
Nice.
is
I
saying,
used to select encyclopedia entries to read just at random. It was fun. I mean, for those who liked reading at that age, it was fun.
you
Now
know what?
it
Go ahead.
would read kind of dry, but back
Well,
then my mind was just exploding with new information.
yeah, I'm more into history and stuff like that. But
Yeah,
D ended up in Who's Who in mathematics. So I mean, it didn't hurt either one of us to go through it.
right.
My mom and my grandmother had 2 books. We found one, and to us, I was real little, right? We called it the Big Fat Book of Human Knowledge. Is what we we called it. All 3 of us, the Big Fat Book of Human Knowledge, and it was on the side of it. We all knew how to read. Student Handbook, but it was a big book, and it had so much stuff in it. What it was an index for the encyclopedia at the time, and we're talking like 1987 or 88, and it was an index, right? It wasn't a complete thing. It was, you know, a short half a page on 10 pages of the encyclopedia, right? But then my grandmother had real big book, and we called that the real big fat book of human knowledge because it was big, and it was. I think it got lost in the flood, unfortunately, because it was, yeah, no, big fat book of human knowledge, right? It was a trademark quantum show, big fat book of human knowledge. Okay.
Nice.
But this book had a couple of the works of Shakespeare in it, and it had the little cutouts for the chapters, you know, like
Yeah.
books used to have. And it was very hard to read. I don't know what it was. I don't know if it got lost. My mom had, we messed up the first handbook, student's handbook, first big fat book. She got another one. She got another one because it was her go-to. And the real big fat book of human knowledge. There it is, Samo. There you go. Big fat book of human knowledge. Copyright, trademark, Quantum Show 2026. Booyah. Still not demons. But and yeah, there was a series of that. I don't know, maybe I stole the name from seeing the title in the library, but it had all kinds of inside big book. This was a big book. This was not something you put on a shelf I got.
Almost a coffee table sort of thing, huh?
A tome. It was more of a tome. It was more something you would have in the back of a cathedral library, up on the where you need a ladder, and you a strong back to get it down.
And hope to gosh you don't slip.
Right.
So you'll be crushed under its weight.
Yeah. It was, of course, go ahead, Tim.
They used to have special reading furniture for those books, by the way.
Yeah. They still do. In they did in Smith County Library, they had this table where they would bring out, and it was all county stuff, right? But they had the big tall books of a newspaper page was one page, right? These were all done by a local guy. He died before I got there, but they were all like up to the mid 90s, and they were take one newspaper page, right? That was one page in this book, okay, and it was that. I mean, you would open it up and it would be a complete newspaper page, but it was, and yeah, we're right. It had its own table with its own bench. I think the bench, I don't remember if the bench was built onto it or not. I don't know. I was too busy trying to be cool moving to Smith County from Nashville. Didn't work too much. Scream saying human knowledge for dummies. Let's write it.
No, why not? Maybe it's one of us oughta. Because, it's at some point we're going to lose everything. And we're watching this in daily news. And I'm hoping that that's not true. But having books, hardcover books, of all the things in the world that we have killed trees over, having real books around is not a bad thing if you find yourself in a ongoing crisis.
Yeah, I would like to go to some of these older libraries, not necessarily in the big cities, in the small towns, right? Because they don't get the preferential treatment. They don't get the preferential treatment of all the new books, cycling out books. They are museums of books that you have to go there. Kind of like there are certain books in the Library of Congress you cannot check out, but you can read them while you're there. but you can't take them home with you. And there are some that you're not allowed to read. The banned books, of course, they have them. Of course, they have them. And
You would think by this time we'd be beyond that mess, wouldn't you?
yeah, well, we ain't there yet. We still got politicians running the country that think aliens are demons. We're not to the no banning books yet.
Yeah.
So we're getting there. We're on our way. And some of us know better than others. Okay, Raven says she is going to be on her way. That's not it either. There it is. Hi guys, be there in a few minutes. She's got she's got raccoon apocalypse happening in her house, I think.
Oh gee. That I'll tell you, she's got a real mess going on with that, and I don't know the answer. I would rather work on the raccoon problem than I would on the worldview. You know,
Yeah.
I don't know what to do with that mess.
No, me neither. John is saying libraries have banned book week. What picture is that? That picture looks really familiar. What picture do you, John? What picture have you got for your? Do you all see that?
Yeah.
For your profile picture, that's pretty cool. What's up, John? Welcome back to the Quantum Panel. Amy let her shuttled her audience over to my solo.
Wasn't that nice of her?
I had 24,
What a
25,
doll.
29 people. I don't know, maybe 30 or more.
I saw 29 at one point.
The count is never accurate. You never know how many people are here because agents, aliens, and AI. I know you're here too, especially for this one. Not demons. Demons don't come around. Demons don't like. We're boring. We're boring.
I think maybe that's what it really is all about, right there. The emotional response that people give to that word. You know, you want sensationalism, start talking about demons.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, everybody and their brother just goes completely mad, and it isn't necessary.
Thanks, Dorothy. Yeah, it's not necessary, but what are you going to do? That's the state of the world. They're muggles for a reason.
Yeah.
We call them that for a reason.
Well, stuck in the 50s, I think.
We're like the 1800s.
Party like it's 1899, huh?
Yeah.
I like Weird Al.
Green.
I can't help myself.
Scream. Yes. Scream is saying raccoon meat edible? If so, save on food, Raven. Anything is good in a chili.
Barely edible would be a better description.
You have to be Cajun to make it taste good. Yeah. I did it, and I didn't do it. I ate it.
A drunk Cajun.
The Cajuns can make everything taste good.
Yeah, true.
They can make.
But it's really, really fatty, gamey meat, and it's not something that we as Americans generally enjoy texturally. But the Cajuns are really, really good at making creations out of it. Yes.
Yeah, that and alligator meat, snake, and the rest of it.
Mm-hmm.
Now I've had skunk meat. That wasn't bad. You have to make sure that it's not scared before you get it, though.
I don't know if there was skunk in that stew or not. There may have been. I know there was raccoon and squirrel and chicken.
Squirrel.
Oh, nothing Cajun's good without chicken. I'll tell you what.
When I went to Saudi Arabia, there was a guy. He said it was jerky, right? It was jerky, but it had like everything from the African continent on it. It was everything from the African continent, and one of them was elephant. And I told some crazy chick here that it was that I had elephant, and she goes, "You ate elephant?" I'm like, "Well, not the whole thing."
No, you shared around, didn't you? Gee whiz. You got manners.
She goes, "You ate elephant?" I'm like, "Well, not the whole thing." Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah.
And it was some kind of this guy came to post, and he came to where did he come to? It was I think it was Daran. He came around. He was a vendor at the little area they set up, and he was selling jerky from Africa, and it was everything on the savannah and some of the jungle, right? If it didn't kill him, he killed it and brought it and made jerky.
How many times did you see him before you didn't see him anymore?
I don't recall. I remember seeing him a couple times, but yeah, I don't know. Scream. I'm not sure.
Oh no.
Throughout our deployment, they were serving burgers, and it occurred to one of us about halfway through the deployment that we hadn't seen a single damn cow in that country.
Yeah. What are the? You know what?
Camel.
Camel burgers. Camel burgers.
I've eaten more than a few camels.
Yep, plenty of camels, no cows.
Saw a donkey here or there, or a horse.
Not that I saw. I saw a few sheep, or goats rather. Goats. I saw goats.
Sheep and goats. Yeah.
Yeah.
I got a microwave from New Zealand. I kid you not, I swear on a stack of Bibles, this thing had a mutton button. I looked at that and I said, Franco, come here. He said, look. I said, see that? He goes, yeah. I said, it's a mutton button. He goes, New Zealand? I think so. So we fooled around with it, and sure enough, there was New Zealand plastered on the bottom of it. Mm-hmm. I don't like mutton. I really don't. Lamb's all right, but I don't care for mutton. And good luck with finding any of that sort of thing these days. You can't find Scrabble or any of that.
Really? I haven't looked for it. I haven't looked for it in a while because I don't know if not a lot of people know this, but I have alpha-gal. It's a disease from a tick. It basically makes me allergic to mammals, so I only eat birds. And I have.
Can you have chicken?
Oh yeah, I'm poyetarian basically. I eat chicken, and occasionally I cheat with fish.
Are you able to have pork?
No pork, no mammals.
That sets it off too, huh?
Yeah, something about the chemical, the molecule. It's present in all.
It makes you allergic to it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But
allergy is a mild way of putting it. Go ahead, Tim.
Yeah.
But it was in my case. It was not a bad thing. I was like, I wasn't eating right anyway, and now I eat chicken and fish. So, I'm eating a lot better.
So fish doesn't set off either?
It doesn't set me off, no.
I wonder if lamb would.
Lamb's a mammal.
Yeah.
So it has that sugar and the muscle.
So it's the carbohydrate that's still in the animal sets it off.
Yeah.
I see.
we have a theory that barbecue may like destroy that molecule, but we don't really know. Like, um, this is a theory that we've been cooking up over here, but um, I don't eat that type of meat anymore. I stick to chicken, and
It's not worth the consequences at all, is
yeah,
it?
yeah.
Well, that's a darn pity.
Hmm.
So eggs are a good source of protein.
Eggs work. I ate some eggs today, actually. I had eggs and tuna fish, the chicken eggs. So, on a daily basis, I'm having chicken.
I got one for you. Make up some hard-boiled eggs, like you would do a chicken salad. Throw your tuna in there and your cheese, and mix it up real good with a little mayonnaise. And
Yeah.
it's called bedeviled eggs.
Yeah. Yeah. We
Put
do a
your
lot of
seasoning on it.
we do a lot of deviled eggs actually because we can make our own mayonnaise. So
I was just about to say, if you can make your own mayonnaise, make your own mayonnaise. What's your
Yeah.
ingredients?
just mayo, vinegar, salt, pepper, maybe some barbecue seasoning just to spice it up.
Use
Okay.
olive oil.
Olive oil, yeah,
Olive
olive
oil.
oil's good.
Okay. I was gonna say because
We use a lot of avocado oil too.
Mm-hmm.
hell yeah.
What were you going to say, Nathan?
No, I was gonna say olive oil and yeah, that stuff that sounds really good because if you look at the jar of a mayonnaise, any mayonnaise, it's got all these weird chemicals listed in there. I'm like, oh my
Yeah.
god.
And soy is not good for men at all.
No, soy turns into it mimics estrogen. You
Mhm.
don't want that. Trust me, guys.
Mm-mm.
Okay.
Nope, it will clear the tall trees.
It'll what?
Clear the tall trees. There will be no tall trees.
Oh.
Okay?
Well, there will be a. Let me tell you, there will be a heavy top.
Yeah.
You don't want that.
Yeah,
You don't want that. It takes a long time to get over. Okay. It takes a long time to get over. Been there. It sucks. Okay. You don't want that because there's a lot of shit that goes along with it. Demonetized once again. Well,
I'm sorry.
Were we ever monetized in the first place?
Nope.
Okay.
Not monetized. Like and subscribe if you're here. You're Quantum.
Nice.
It's a little off the rails.
The show's
We
still
started out
on the stage that it can say what it wants.
Yeah. Yeah, if you know what, if I ever go mainstream, I'm just gonna quit. Because that means either I digressed or mainstream doesn't need me anymore. You know what I mean?
Where the Stepford wives decide to become Stepford husbands. No.
Yeah, you talk about soy. Yeah, that's yeah.
Yeah.
But if I ever go mainstream, one of two things have happened. I have regressed to where I'm so behind in everything that I'm just irrelevant to the quantum way of thought, the spiritual path, etc. Or the mainstream is so caught up to me, they don't need the quantum show. They will be quantum. I don't I'm
I'm
I
not
hope
going to hold my breath.
no, I hope they catch up one day, but more likely they won't because a whole bunch too many political leaders think aliens are demons and evangelical
Whatever
has
happened
a say.
to separation of church and state? I seem to remember that a guarantee.
Yeah, Shoe on Head brought that up too. Says this is the shit that they were defending against with separation from church and state. This is
Yeah.
it.
You, You know, we look back at politics years and years ago, okay? And I didn't like them then either. I'll just say that. But you didn't see that. You didn't see a Catholic going to that. You didn't see a Baptist or a Jew, you know, touting religion at that time. It's a very strict separation of church and state.
Yeah, and it wasn't about the taxes only. It wasn't just about taxes. It was about the content of what they were talking about. Okay, and um uh now people think it's all about the tax codes. No, go back, read up on it. And Unknown is asking, have I ever streamed on Rumble as well? Yes, but my Rumble stuff got messed up. I haven't redone it. Um, I need to go and redo it. I need to, recertify with them that this is my channel and do all the linking procedure because I have it as an option, but it's broken. It says error. So yeah, I still try to shuttle the shows after the fact, but not live. And have y'all been to Rumble lately?
No.
No.
It's like all politics, like
Ooh.
all the time. I tried to look up Star Wars, one channel, and it was heavy on politics. I tried to look up Star Trek, nothing. Okay.
I have a feeling that a lot of the politics discussion that's going on is not us. I mean, I think a lot of it is robots talking, impersonating us in the name of countries and entities and things like that.
I think you're right.
Yeah.
I think you're more right than you think.
Yeah, they're making that happen. A lot of, what I have seen people do is like they create like a clone of themselves and they have that clone say all that stuff. Busted Avi Loeb on that, by the way. I busted Avi Loeb on that. I saw telltale signs. He didn't have 6 fingers or nothing, but his eyes blinked mechanically. It was like they would have like a very they would like they were on servos,
Mm-hmm.
and the clock on the wall never changed.
There's a telltale sign.
There's a sign right there. The things that normally happen, I don't have a clock on the wall. Maybe I should because people might think I'm a robot. I guarantee you I'm not a robot.
You have way too much detail going on in your background to be a robot.
Well, I've never seen a robot do this. Let me show you. Here's a demonstration. Robot.
Yummers.
Wow.
Robots don't do that, right?
They don't do this here.
There we go. Robot. Robot.
Right, Lynn.
Robot with coffee. Okay, maybe a coffee robot. Maybe.
Yeah, maybe coffee. I can get on with coffee.
Coffee bot. Yeah.
Yeah.
Coffee bot.
Oh, update on coffee. The mushroom coffee.
Yes.
Straight. I don't care for that much, but if I put it in my regular coffee to boost it with a little bit of cream, boy, is that good.
Nice.
Yep. That's exactly how I do it when I don't add all the other stuff to it. Right.
No, I don't have. I used to drink it just straight up black. Mm-hmm. And then my daughter told me that I was a psychopath, and I said, "Are you looking at my medical file again?" And she busted up. I said, "You should worry about that. You really should."
That's my joke, John. That's my joke. I did that to Tim. I was like, Tim, I got a picture to show you. He was glitching out one day.
Yeah.
Remember that? That was hilarious. I love that. I was like, Tim, could you tell me Max Headroom? And it was awesome.
Hey, Storm. Yeah, so you're being asked for in the chat room. Yeah. You want him, you can have him. And he's kind of quiet. He doesn't come out very often unless there's a problem, as he fixes problems. So anyway, yeah, I did like that what Scream Engine said, and you probably missed it, Nathan. When you were talking about monetizing the show, and he goes, "You demon it? You mean demonetize?
Demonetize it."
Yeah. No, we don't do demons here. What are you thinking?
I wish I had not missed that. There we go. Demonetize.
We've been demonized. Okay, we got it.
You know, right as the show was starting, I put my headphones on. And I'm like, you know what? I wish I had little horns to put on this guy. Then I was like, nah, I don't want to go that
I
far.
think it'd be easy to put it up there.
It would.
You need two of them. You need to take this business, put two little cat ears.
Oh no, just right here on the alien. Aliens,
okay.
demons. See on the little demon horns. That would have been funny.
I don't know. I don't think that aliens would get it.
Yeah.
Well, they can like file me away for later. It's like, oh, what this is for. We'll
You
look
know
back
what a
in the
snurt
record.
is, don't you?
Taking over.
I said, with Storm saying he's sitting up in the rafters, stalking snurts. You know what a snurt is? Snot-nosed, egotistical, ridiculous twit.
Okay. John, aliens are not demons. It makes aliens into demons. The horn on the guy right there. I might do it to the one on my car. I got one of these on the back of my car.
It's called like irony. In this case, one might argue cosmic irony.
Here it is. You heard it. You heard it here. I got to remember, I can point directly at the screen, and it's pointing directly at Tim on the screen. Like
it
that.
Is?
Yeah.
Now, from what I'm looking at, you're pointing off into the sunset somewhere.
Where am I pointing at?
To the left.
It's because she's watching it in StreamYard.
Oh.
I bet that's it. I bet that's it. Yeah. I'm not on YouTube.
Let me do this. Okay. Now I'm going to hold on.
You're going to reverse it?
Oh, wow.
Well, no, I'm just going to screenshot and show you what I see, right? This is what I see. And hold on. This is what happens when I don't have a planned show, y'all. You know the deal.
Dead air, dead air,
dead air. Sorry, guys.
I don't know. Does YouTube have a 30-second rule? Or no, a 10-second rule?
No.
They don't?
It's better than spam.
In radio, they do. If you go for 5 seconds or longer without saying something, you get pinged for not saying anything.
Well,
which is why I tend to chatter when everything gets too quiet.
Yeah.
I've learned that it's bad practice. Mine stems back to being a radio operator myself. You know, when you are like trying to operate machinery and maintain vocal communications, you have to maintain constant vocal communications. Otherwise, it falls into the dead air category, and whoa.
There you go.
This is what I see.
Yeah,
you can even see me
pushing the other way.
Okay, you can see me pushing the other. It's so weird. The perspectives on this. You can even see me hitting print screen on the keyboard. Oh my gosh.
It's funny.
Yeah, you're pointing the opposite direction from what we can see, or I can see anyway.
Yeah, we all flip around, I think, on a vertical axis.
No, he's managed
or
to be
horizontal on that.
So
I don't know. On my screen, I'm looking at Tim. I don't even know what I look like on YouTube. But okay, yeah, Samo. Last week I was bummed out from Amy's bad news just for the show and very quiet. I apologize for that. No problem.
yeah, it's
Amy
fine.
Amy announced this is my last show. She'd gotten fed up with the way things had been going. And I personally, Amy, love you, but I think you got too wrapped up in the emotional feedback, right? It, forget the emotional feedback. Do what you love. They hate us both. Okay, they want us both off the air because we both bring thinking, critical thinking, and they don't like that. We're not spoon feeding people stuff. We're making them think. We're encouraging critical thought, open thought. Get your head out of the box.
If you want to be told what to think, this isn't the right place either.
No.
We'll let you think it out for yourself.
Right. And Amy I think there was some emotional feedback because something she did was really cool. This McCaslin stuff, the General McCaslin, top secret guy, majestic guy, he has gone missing.
Right. Secretary
It's
too.
in her neighborhood. How could she not cover it? I would be out there like a PI in my car across the street with telephoto lens, watching everything with a big honking microphone, trying to listen to them too. That's what you do. If I have a cemetery right here, I'm not ignoring it. I know it's there. I go back there several times. I got a camera on there right now. I was tempted today. Plans didn't work out, right? I was tempted today to go get the trail cam and post up a bunch of videos from it. Make a, I put up a 10-minute video or 7-minute video of all the little 10-second shots. And a lot of them are it's mostly deer and raccoons and stuff like that. But every now and again, you got the guys doing the weed eating, and you got somebody coming out of the cemetery.
Well, they're supposed to be going in, not coming out. What the hell's going on over there? Anyway, that general, his secretary is missing. People associated with him are missing. Yeah. Where are they?
Everything to do with aliens and tops and black ops. And y'all, let's not forget, okay, clip that. This is not the first time a bunch of scientists have mysteriously died from deleting themselves from the search history of life, okay? This is not the first time.
No.
And this happened a few years ago. It really never stops happening. But all of a sudden something will happen, and then you'll see scientists who work on nuclear research gets poisoned. They get hit by cars and things that seem random, and you know what? They're not. They off themselves. Come on now. They're not.
Falling down the staircase, 6 times with seven knives in the back.
Something.
Serious case of unaliving oneself if you could manage.
Things that were once random in Russia are now random here.
Yeah. Why do we need this?
Interesting.
Let's not do this, people. Okay. By the way, I do not want to hurt myself.
Same here.
And yeah,
Me either.
Lynn, you weren't here for the Tom Clancy scene that I went through last week.
What did you do?
Oh boy. I'll have to tell you later. It's ongoing, so
it's the things you guys get yourselves into, and I ain't around.
I walked into this unknowing what the hell was going on, and I was like, this is either Tom Clancy or Assassin's Guild, okay? I'm like, whoa. Tim knows what I'm talking about.
Okay. Yeah, I have to talk to you after the show about it.
Your partner with crime, huh?
Yeah, maybe. Well,
I'll have to ask about that afterwards.
Well, I'm going to start something. Time, although man-made, is it?
I will
No.
say this: it's not the first time the bunch of scientists and have up and disappeared, so to
Or
speak.
just died.
In 1945, a whole mess of them just up and disappeared.
Yeah, all out of Germany.
Yeah, funny thing that, wasn't it? Even funnier is how many of them ended up here.
Yeah. We all know the government is either deleting them or taking them underground
Mhm.
or taking them
Well,
to
there are
an
some of them
island.
that you get to sign off on it and you're never seen again.
Space Force, off-world technology,
Yeah.
Mars Project,
Mars Project.
secret space program.
Did had a great response.
I wish I smoked to have something to do with my hands.
I'm looking.
I sometimes dream that I'm still smoking, so I know I'm still a smoker, even though it's been 3 years.
No, I never did. I walked into an office job. It's been a very long time ago now. But everybody in that office smoked. Okay, and so it was before the smoking laws, pretty much.
Mhm.
And the administrator said, "Do you smoke?" I said, "No, ma'am." And she had this gleam in her eye I didn't like, but couldn't decipher at the moment. So she introduced me to the people in the office that were in there, and first thing out of their mouth was, "What is your name?" or "What you here for?" What would things that most people would talk about. No, they wanted to know if I smoked. I'm like, why is this such an issue here?
Mm.
And they said, if you don't smoke, we have to stop. I said, give me a cigarette. I did. Every time she came into that office, I had one in the ashtray. I've never smoked. That's never been my thing. Although I have lung issues. But she'd come in and she'd look at me and I was smoking too. And she assumed. And what does assume does is makes an ass out of you and me, But she lost that round, and I had two fast friends. I never had to worry about where their allegiances were to smoking. You know.
You know what?
I met so many cool cats in smoking pits all over the world.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just that kind of addiction is, on one end it's a crutch, it's a crippling thing, but on the other end it's a great equalizer. It doesn't know any class, it doesn't know any culture. You'll be sitting with somebody who works at Dre Bonk and somebody from the Philippines at the same bus stop in Frankfurt.
Mm-hmm. And I look at it the same way. It's not something that I need to be doing, but I'm not going to diss anybody else for it.
Yeah.
And I mean, Storm smokes. Now he smokes outside. I will say that because I really don't want him blowing me up with my O2 concentrator. But there's this thing about what oxygen does with fire is not a good thing.
Yeah.
I don't need him blowing up the house.
Unknown is wanting to talk about time. I'm really not up to that conversation tonight, man. Because I went on what you would call a field trip. I attempted to go on a field trip, but to the one place in Nashville that I really want to check out, the Parthenon, and they're closed. I remember that has got to be an old sign because I remember them being closed. Every time I go there, they're closed. There was one time about 17 years ago they were open that I got to go in. I took my ex there when she came to visit before I moved down there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Maria came here and we went to the Parthenon. And oddly enough, we ended up ended up in a bunch of Jewish places. I have no idea how that happened, but we were there, and yeah, we went to Schlotsky's Deli, and
yeah.
we found the synagogue. I didn't know it was there. We just looked for fancy places that I'd never been to, and that that was who it was, and it was great. Had a good time. But
I've seen the Parthenon, and it's got to be. Well, I think I was a teenager, and I'm sure of it. It must have been because they didn't. They put that in there sometime in the 30s or 40s.
well, the new one came up. No, it was before that. Let me see here. I'm going to
It
bring
was
my
cool
chair.
that you walked close enough by it that we could see the scale, though.
Yeah, the giant doors. I will never
Right.
get off of that. I will never get. The doors are giant, right? Now I'm going to get to some of
Maybe
the.
they're only open for
Oh, they're false.
like field trips and stuff like that.
The giant doors are fake. They're decor only.
Oh man.
Yeah, I know. I'm going. Hold on. Okay, I'm going to bring my video up. This is my video, so I own the copyright. And let me get over here. I know it does that weird thing. Y'all can't see it, right? Blurred out.
That's blurred out. Yes.
Okay, blurred out.
Yeah.
Let me go to it.
There it is.
Yeah, it's weird. Oh, I didn't do it right. Hold on. Frack. I didn't do it right. I got to do it again. Hold on, y'all.
We're still here, folks.
Okay, yeah, we're still here. I mean, BMR is on. We may go over there, but I don't know.
Well, they have steps for giants and steps for little people too.
Never get to come here.
Well, that's absolutely beautiful, isn't it?
Yeah, it's great. Big fake doors.
Need doors this tall,
Do you have any idea when it was put there?
based on some ancient stuff. Yeah,
It's put there for the Nephilim.
those are giant doors right there.
No, I mean, what year was it put
Why
there?
would we need them?
Oh, the original or the
No, they're in Tennessee.
1897.
Okay.
It was 1897, one of the World's Fairs, and it was a temporary structure. But then they rebuilt it into what you see now, and it's been rebuilt a couple of times in little bits and pieces here and there. But giant doors.
Even if this is a representation of something from the past, zoom out some. Why do we need that?
Why would regular 3 stories tall?
We'll get that back to
Well, it looks like there's a lot of copper content in it.
It's fine. Then we go over here. People messing around with giant columns. Those things, I believe,
The blue
panels are original.
from 1897.
The other one,
Beautiful.
original.
I think they're from
Original, like, way
1897, and they
original.
saved them.
Bigger steps. Do not go here, please. Those bigger steps. And we're walking. Can't remember. There's a story about those ceiling panels, ceiling tiles. There's a story.
I'm not sure about the story. Can y'all see everybody on screen or just the screen?
We can see.
Well, I see the column and the ceiling.
Well, do you see you and me and Tim?
No.
No.
Oh, that wasn't supposed to happen. Okay, well, anyway,
There
we
we
go.
go. Because nobody ever goes up there. Only pigeons.
They got screens for pigeons now. They don't want the pigeons going up there. They got screens. The camera didn't catch it.
Hi there. Oh, car trouble. We're just checking
No bird bombing allowed, huh?
here. Let's patrol all over the place. This is not the highest point in Nashville, of course. I'm just saying, what's the view look like from right there? Oh,
Lots
people,
of tourists.
people.
Yeah.
We got more doors? Let's find out. Yep, big doors. Giant doors. Yeah, it's closed for heating and air conditioner renovation.
Excuse me.
Those doors are 3 stories tall. That is 3 stories. Now, why is that necessary in a human monument? What is going on? All these people dressed up.
It's necessary so that you can get the Trojan horse in, right?
I guess. Let me see here.
Use a little.
That would be Troy, wouldn't it?
Yeah, but
Yeah,
Troy was great
the whole
too.
wrong place in the world for
Here
that.
it is. Or just the base.
What I was able to do was I was able to get a close-up shot of the carvings on the roof.
Beautiful.
They're
Yeah,
really
it is.
Okay, there's. I forget what that is. West End Avenue is over there.
It's something to do with the church, that tower over there.
Some historical. I'm in 2-hour parking, so I can't. Or long. So
I don't know what's going on.
Yes,
Is there a prom
yes,
or something?
it's life-size recreation of the Parthenon in Nashville, Tennessee, that Nathan went to
What I'd like
today.
to do is get a drone to go up to the carvings on top, because you can see we got gargoyles, but I don't know what they are. Right? I'd like to get.
That's more of a Middle Ages sort of thing, isn't it?
Roman.
The Romans made it. It wouldn't be cracking.
Romans made this version.
A couple of historical monuments. Oh, that's something. Look there. So this is just going to be my little video.
I'm trying to get out of the sun.
Let's go look over here. We're at a park. We'll be fine. Grass watcher people. Don't walk on the grass. Dude, it's a state park. I paid for this park.
As a civilian, you're allowed to walk on the grass now.
America.
I
Perfect
so much
timing.
look like a tourist. I don't look anything like a ghost hunter. Nothing at all.
I did buy a T-shirt today that says Paranormal Investigator.
Okay, looks like women's suffrage movement. Yeah. There we go. Let's go here.
And this is where the sun gets in the lens. So
They're very big.
Yeah, they're like 6.5 feet tall.
Wait, what is it?
Says
Women's suffrage movement.
I was going to ask that one yet.
Yeah, women's suffrage movement, and I had the sun in the perfect position, as you can see.
I don't know if you can see that or not. Sun's doing it. And yeah, women's suffrage. Okay. Women's suffrage movement. Monument. There it is. Women's suffrage. Okay. Tennessee Trailblazers. Okay. You can look up what's on here, right? Here we go. Beth Harwell. Jane Eskind. Lois DeBerry. Right. That's enough. Right. So not no ghosts in my regular vision yet. We'll see though.
I'm typically
if you see
really
something,
for
leave a timestamp
at this point.
If you see anything that looks weird other than the humans, say something. Okay.
Look, he's looking at the
other than me.
Oh, that's
I
me.
think I look weird. Works for me. So that was the walk around. Let's see if I can get some outside shots.
You know, all this dialogue coming in from outside sounds like canned stuff from Baldur's Gate as you walk through the taverns.
Yeah, it does.
It's like I'm catching little bits of words that you can't really make out, but it's just like this is how they did Baldur's Gate, and that's why Baldur's Gate was so awesome.
I'm gonna get to that shade over there so I'm not blinded by the sun. Get some shots of the carvings up top.
Castings, really, not carvings.
This is interesting. I mean, it's a historical monument. I ought to do the world fairs because this is where one of them was held. Come watch a kid bust his head on this hill. Whatever.
You heard me.
He totally heard you.
See.
Oh, that is so gorgeous.
That is.
Oh, you can see them. Awesome.
Did he call you a dick?
Yes, you are. Yes, you can.
I'm not doing another. I'm gonna do like a belly flop. No.
Human and not human.
These are pretty good shots. Lots of centaurs. Okay, I'll go across the row above them too in a minute. That's that's as close as I can get, y'all.
That's great. You did a good job with that.
Going across there. I don't have the best angle. Right.
I'm not even using a tripod.
Oh, that's just gorgeous.
Top of the...
Yeah, they did a good job. Now these are not carvings; these are castings, design, and they're not even looking like the original stuff. We can do a contrast and compare from pictures from Greece if we want to.
Parthenon in Nashville. Okay.
And yes, all the anatomy is present. This is not the Vatican.
These are statues. I don't know really what those. I guess those blue things are lights. Okay. Zoom back out. And that's the Parthenon. Okay, I'm gonna call it done. We're going on 15 minutes. I'm gonna record all the way back to the car.
There you are.
There you are.
Okay, I had my microphone turned off. Damn it. Okay. Well, that was just me going back to the car, and nothing really happened. I mean, there was no, unless there was aliens or something in the pond. We'll see, right? I'm glad everybody liked. Okay, I'm not sure. It was sometime after 1897. Okay, sometime after 1897. 1897. Well, you know what? Here's what I know. What I'll do. I'll just look it up. You know what? I got a better idea. I've got an even better idea. Okay, hopefully you can hear everything. Alexa, when was the Parthenon in Nashville built, and what's a short history behind it?
The Nashville Parthenon was built in 1897 for the Tennessee Centennial Exposition. It's a full-scale replica of the original in Athens, later rebuilt in concrete during the 1920s.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Glad I could help with the Parthenon info.
So, this one was rebuilt in the 1920s. Originally, 1897 for the World's Fair, World Expo, World's Fair.
And what was that part about the Eiffel Tower getting taken down? They felt bad about it. The World's Fair. I was reading in your comments. Somebody said something about how they built an Eiffel Tower during the World's Fair that everyone loved, and they felt bad about having to take that one down, so they left. They rebuilt the Parthenon from.
Oh, right. That was in the comments from the video. I'm not sure. And coming in the side door. What's up, Raven?
Hi, how y'all doing?
Pretty good. Let me check your sound settings here. Okay, you're a little loud. Okay.
Oh,
you should be good.
Do you need me to turn it down, or have you done that?
Good. I've done it. I did it. I took care of it.
Cool. Thank you.
So, hi, Raven. How you doing tonight?
Oh, I'm doing fine. I'm doing wonderful.
Cool.
I hope so.
Raccoon apocalypse over for today?
For today, yes. Tomorrow's a new day. And my neighbor came to the door and needed some help with something, so I apologize for being so late.
Hey, that's the quantity. You were where
I heard most of the show, and I love your video. I sat here and watched all your video of the Parthenon. Is that in Nashville?
Yeah. That is down in Centennial Park.
Okay, well, next Quantum Fest, you'll have to take me to the Parthenon.
Okay.
Nice.
See that.
If it's open, oh my God. If it's open. They don't want me there. I'll investigate the hell out of that place. I will. I'm hoping someone saw aliens in the video because I didn't see any in real life.
I didn't see any.
But that kid 100% heard me say he's going to bust his head open. He was looking at me like, you talking about me on the internet?
So have you went to Memphis and went to the pyramid? Don't they have a pyramid there? It's kind of like Little Egypt.
Bass Pro Shops.
Yeah, it's nothing.
It's a Bass Pro Shop in a pyramid?
Yeah.
That's hilarious. Oh my God, really?
Oh my God, they do things to get people in there, don't they?
Oh my God, that's hysterical.
It was something
Bass
else.
Pro Shop in a pyramid.
It was something else before they bought it.
It was supposed to be some big civic center, and it declined in the 90s, and then Bass Pro bought it and tried to revitalize that neighborhood. I don't know if it's working or not, but you drive by and it's got a big bass. Yeah.
Oh wow.
It isn't working.
Oh wow.
Let me see if I can. There it is.
But it's lit up like this anyway.
Oh yeah.
Well, it's kind of
yes, bro. Yes, sir.
That's hilarious. I mean, oh my God, that's almost like a sacrilege, you know.
I was thinking the same thing.
No, it is. It just seems so sacrilegious to put advertisements on a pyramid. Oh my God. I'm surprised, you know, it hasn't been struck by lightning. Anyway, that's cool. So
no sphinxes, only shotguns.
I'm yet to stay in the one in Las Vegas. That's on my bucket list, though.
What is that called? Little Egypt or something like that?
No.
It's just called the pyramid, isn't it?
I don't know.
Chris Angel stays at the very tippy top, or at least he did. He had the suite up there at the top, and then he did that levitation trick.
Luxor. Scream Engine.
Luxor, that's it.
Yes, that's it.
That's
Good.
it.
Thank you, Tim.
They call it the Luxor?
Thank you. Yes.
Yeah, it's the Luxor. It's right down there by that one that has the Excalibur theme.
Yeah, Excalibur.
There's a couple of different themed casinos and what have you there.
I've been to the Excalibur, and it's really cool. They were building Luxor when I was there, and it's been a long time since I was there in Vegas. Long.
I had a friend. Well, I have a friend. I think he lives near there still. We were this close to opening an online store for electronics called Death Star Electric or Death Ray Electric.
Oh my gosh, that's a great name. That is a great name.
I thought so too. We were going to have a neon sign that says Death Ray Electric.
Oh,
We're
man,
this
that'd be
close. It's
awesome.
going to be custom electronics and, things that you could just, the stuff that you can buy on Amazon now before Amazon had it.
Well, you
But
can
it
still
never-
do that. Just open
Yeah.
it up for yourself.
Yeah, I wanted to. I love these prank devices that are out there. We have new coffee machines at work. I call them the coffee bots, but they're just touch screen, and the voice activation stickers that people put on stuff that clearly do not belong there.
Voice activation stickers?
Yeah.
What is that?
Raven. You got to get out more, Raven. Oh my gosh.
I think we both do. 'Cause
Yeah.
I don't know
What
either.
the hell?
You
This
can
tech. I
you
can't
can
keep
get
up with it.
stickers that say voice activation and it has a little head with a little going out to it and says
Uh-huh.
voice activated, and you can have it say paper towel now, or say coffee now, or say water now, right? And you trick people into yelling at coffee makers and paper towel dispensers.
I'm sorry, but I think that's hilarious.
It is hilarious.
Oh my
It
god,
is.
that really appeals to the Joker in me.
I wanted to go because they put one of them coffee bots in the main office, the executive office.
Yeah.
And what I wanted to do was put a sticker on there, and I wanted to get with Dude in Las Vegas. I didn't want the sticker. Right? I didn't want just the sticker. I wanted a little disclaimer saying voice activation. Say coffee now, loudly and clearly, right? And it has a green flashing light, and then it would flash green like it was thinking, and then another one would come up error, but there's no error. It's just it's like on a voice activation. It would just the program would be blink 5 times, solid red. Turn this one on, error. So
Just
they would do it
investing people.
again.
Who thought of this?
And it would stay on for
This
like
is
30
hilarious.
seconds.
Special tip.
I've never heard of
Don't
something
take
like this.
3 times to get your coffee
What does
now.
it look like?
What, the coffee
Quantum
bot?
fuckery. Yes. Hilarious, Scream Engine.
Here's
Oh yeah, that's
another.
one to keep there, Nathan. Quantum fuckery.
Oh
Quantum
my God,
fuckery.
yes, that's a good
Scream
one.
Engine nailed it. Quantum
Yep.
fuckery. I love it too, man.
Here's another
yeah.
fun tip. You can take a picture of your desktop and place that desktop over the desktop and take all of those icons and place them in a folder somewhere so that you can restore them later so that people can't touch screen it anymore.
Oh man, dude, I had a
Oh,
virus
you have so started something.
when XP first came out. Check it out. When XP first came out, they took advantage of the Linux world of multiple desktops, right?
Yeah.
They don't do it. They don't do it anymore, right? We just have Windows. But remember, multiple desktops. Okay, for anybody
We
who
have
doesn't
them
know,
again in Windows 11.
uh,
I don't have
I
I
don't have Windows 11, but in Linux, in most of the Linuxes, you have a little tile of at least 4 little squares, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
And you would be able to take your mouse over to click on one of those squares, and it brought it up to the desktop, right? And that was your desktop, alternate desktop. Nobody knew in Windows world. Nobody knew what this was. Okay. Well, they packed it into Windows XP as an activatable feature if you wanted to use it, but nobody knew how to use it, so they didn't touch it, right? Well, I got a computer in one time, and it used that, and it played a video. It created a video of the desktop with all the icons being deleted, right? It was a algorithmic, it just took your desktop, created a video, saved it within its little memory area, right? And it showed, and it was so fast that your mind didn't see. I examined it. It wasn't the icons, it was just blur marks. And then it was like punching holes in the picture, right? And it made it look like, and I was like, oh, this is cool. Yeah, it looked like it was just deleting pieces of the desktop because it was just white holes forming all over. And it was just like blurs going down to the trash can. And then it said something like, thank you for deleting Windows or something like that. Or Windows has been deleted, and it was a very pleasant little message. But these are the stickers that I wanted to. I want to get
mean.
some.
I'm so glad.
It is mean, but it's funny.
I mean, can you see something like that happening to me? I'd be freaking out.
You'd cry.
Freaking out completely.
But look here. Voice act. Can you imagine? You're in the bathroom. You're at Walmart, and you hear people screaming at the hand dryer.
No.
Air now! Air! Blow me! There we go.
Blow me.
Can you imagine?
Oh my God!
Paper towel now! Oh my God, that's hilarious.
I don't think I'm old enough for this conversation.
There we go. There you go. Lights off.
Lights off. Oh my God!
See, I would love to get some. I need to get some of these and just stick them.
That is hysterical.
I did something like this already at work. They had those.
That would be just a hoot.
Where is? I have the. I did something like this already at work, and they took them down. But
it's brilliant.
It was funny.
Whoever thought of this is brilliant.
A very good prankster.
Somebody was really stoned.
Yeah, I know that when AOL was still going on, and you would have your different texting, but it was a sort of a chat room like this is, and he put up that he had a. How did he put that? What was the chucker? The name of the chucker from AOL? The pie chucker. Yeah, the Acme Pie Chucker 9000. And he actually had a voice or a sound over. It sounded like somebody activating a machine and it flying through the air and going splat. It was terrific.
Oh my gosh, that's hilarious.
Well, he had a couple of different things going on in there, and it just made it hilarious. That's where he got the word snurk from.
Snurk.
Because the original meaning is, and not to offend anybody, it was snot-nosed, egotistical, religious twit. Because there was always a half a dozen people in that chat room who were trying to save us from something. I'm not sure. Probably from them. That's what the rest of us thought.
Yeah.
But he would activate the Acme Pie Chucker 9000, and it would go.
You know what, y'all? I just realized we didn't take an hour break.
We didn't.
Hold on. I've got to take the break. I don't know about y'all, but I do too.
Fun.
Watch for ghosts.
Always.
I'm going to grab a cup of coffee real quick. I'll be right back.
Could I have water, please? Thank you, dear.
I'll stick with you until they get back, Lynn.
Okay. I can entertain myself. It's just that Nathan doesn't appreciate it very much.
It's
leaving
funny.
me alone is not a good idea.
The break is like Go ahead.
Those noises. Wouldn't that be fun to put those together and just have a pie fight?
Yeah. Oh, I like manipulating noises. There's
well, of
there's
course.
there's a guy that yells, "Get out of my neighborhood" all the time that I want to record sometime. Because the irony being that it's my neighborhood.
Get out of my lawn. Get off my lawn. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't have a lawn per se. I have xeriscaping.
Oh.
I've got cactus, and I'm told that the cactus are not very welcoming. To which Storm said that was exactly the impression I wanted to give. He likes his solitude.
Yeah. Oh, we're okay. We got 6.5 acres in town, and there's a bridge between us and this particular neighbor. So it's like it's miles away. It's just when you walk dogs, you encounter people who are less friendly sometimes because you have dogs.
And coffee.
No, my neighbors have been just phenomenal people. They've been really good here. A lot of hand waving and how you doing, and we know who you are, but we don't. You say hello.
Nice.
And the only neighbors that I've gotten somewhat close to have been on either side and across the street. There's 2 across and 2 beside, and they're phenomenal. When everybody was in trouble over COVID, we if somebody went out, they got the grocery lists and money from the rest of us, and went and got bread and milk and cereal, what have you. But that whole group has been great. The guys across the street have had their problems here recently, and with the job change, and we're hurting there for a little bit. And the neighbors got together and made sure that they ate.
Yeah.
And that was, I'll tell you what, I think that is the neighborhood that I think all of us really want, but it takes time to get. You have to show yourself friendly. You have to work in your front yard.
Right.
Talk. You don't have to say much. Just how's the weather? Blah blah blah.
Yeah. Coal Hill's a good city. It's just underdeveloped. It does have its own police, fire, resources, things like that. It's just underdeveloped and underserved area. We live in what would be a food desert if it wasn't for the fact that we have a Dollar General. We don't have a lot of capital like other areas around us do, but people come here because it's less expensive to live in than it is in the light industrial towns around us.
Right. And so while we're sitting here and y'all are following us, hey, hit that like and subscribe button, won't you? Share us with others. With us growing a little bit here and there is a good thing. Get out there for some other folks too.
Yeah.
So there you go. Aussie's putting it out there on chat. I figured we better do that too. And moderators, thank you so much for your time and attention. We appreciate it.
Okay.
Tell a friend. Do something. Just like and subscribe, though. That's where you begin.
Okay, yes. Aussie has put that out there for us. Please like, share, and subscribe if you're here. Your quantum agents, aliens, and AI. I know you're watching, listening, and taking notes. Welcome to the show.
You may as well put your 2 cents worth in and get your like in.
Yep.
I'm going to step away from my break.
Okay, no, he's stepping away from break. No entities turned down at the quantum show. Behave yourself, but be alright.
Oh,
If
yeah,
not-
maybe one kind. One kind we probably wouldn't want too much of. Yeah, we don't
Not
believe in
even-
them either.
Well, we know they're there, but they're not.
Yeah,
here.
they don't want us. They don't know what to do with us.
Riley cannot come to the screen right now. She's in with her owner, and I believe they're sleeping. So if she comes out,
You know, you can fix that. You could get a tip pan or something and bang on it. That should cause a lot of chaos.
I should take my Bluetooth speaker and have dogs barking out of my phone out her window. That'll make her bark.
Mm-hmm.
They were picking up debris from the storm earlier today, and she was barking at them. And they're like way out there, but loud machinery, you know, cranes and stuff. Yeah. Thank
I
you.
have a Chihuahua that's got a mouth that writes checks that a body can't cash. You know.
Yeah. But for the last half hour, let's talk about angels or not, or demons or not aliens. Why did I say angels? I'm getting tired.
Well, they were the angels once upon a time. They screwed that up.
Well, in one dogma, in one history. Yeah, just trying to for the last half hour. I'm wanting to say, get back to the original topic where demons and aliens are not the same thing.
No.
But the evangelicals, why do they have anything to do with the government? This is why we have separation of church and state.
Mm-hmm.
This is precisely why we don't want this stuff to happen. And chase them out of Congress, chase them out of the White House. Oh my gosh, we don't need this stuff. If aliens come around, I don't want people throwing holy water at them. Oh my God, give me a break.
So inappropriate.
Holy water won't hurt anything that has, unless it has malicious intent.
Unless it is a demon.
Mm-hmm.
You know? And Raven, have you ever come across a true demon with supernatural abilities?
Thank God, no. Now, I've met some demonically possessed people, but I've never seen, like, a demon, full-on demon.
Okay, I'm talking the possessed people. Did they do anything?
Yeah.
What? Tell us.
Well, how do I describe this? Whole demeanor changed. Just like somebody stepped in.
All right.
And the person that I knew that person to be was nowhere to be found. It was really creepy.
Did you see anything of a supernatural nature?
His eyes were normally blue and the eyes turned black.
That's something. That's something.
Black.
That's not 100. That's black.
That's right. That's right.
Black, that's something.
Yeah.
Okay, now that is something. So, did they do anything else?
And this was in a house that was very haunted. You've heard me talk about the shadow person that on that computer that I'm hoping you'll help me with. That I'm wearing all white, and he was the cutout of the shadow person right behind me. And this is where something got thrown off the wall, and the dogs were afraid to go upstairs. All those, I know I've told all the stories before, so I won't do it again now. But that place had this being, and I would guess that maybe a demon could appear as a shadow person. And if that's true, then yes, I've seen one. Because I would see this thing come down the hallway and walk past the door.
Okay, I'm looking for supernatural acts. The changing eyes, that's real. Okay, That's a real one. Did
And
you anything else?
Just the shadow person.
Okay, you saw a shadow person. You saw
Yeah.
an entity,
Yeah.
a black shadow person entity. Okay.
Yeah, and I wasn't the only one that saw it.
What about? Okay, now I'm trying not to lead you on here, but Sam was saying, did the voice change?
Yeah.
How?
Yeah. Deeper, but it wasn't like what you've seen in the movies. Like it wasn't like that. But
Like a
voice
different voice?
Yeah. Yeah, his voice was lower, and it was very mean and very
Okay, did they display any kind of strength abnormality? Could they lift a person? Did they throw anybody? I mean, not a chair, or I could throw a chair. You could
No.
throw a chair.
He didn't throw
but
anything.
I'm looking for supernatural hints because
Well, and see, he didn't remember any of it. He reared back to hit me, and he'd never done that before. He'd never raised a hand to me until that moment, and he doesn't have any recollection of it.
all right, no recollection. Now,
At all.
lot of the only thing that you've said that points at actual the demon stuff, right, is the black eyes.
Black eyes.
Everything
that's
else
what terrified me.
Yeah,
Oh my
that right there, that's something to look for. Okay, any eye color change, rapid. Okay, any rapid eye color change, and there's a difference between possession and oppression, right? So, let me iron out a few things that I've learned from these evangelical types that go around finding demons in crowds.
If they really did, they would wet their pants.
Yeah. Okay. Here's the thing. There's a lot. Hold on. Let me go through the psychology of the evangelical people going around, right? You got a big set of mind games going on, right? They want to be there. The people go to see these people. They want to be there, and they want to believe because that's the whole. They've been talked up for hours, sometimes, and they want to believe this stuff. I'm trying to watch the chat, right? And then he starts looking for people, and he starts saying keywords like "you've got to be brave," "you've got to believe," and the crowd go. The stronger minded people are not really affected. The weaker minded people, the underconfident, the scared of their own shadow types, right? People who are insecure, they say, "I want to believe, but do I?" And I want to be brave, and then something in them, their ego, starts saying, "Well, I want to show that I'm brave." So and then he starts to call on people, bring us, and these people know what to look for. Okay, they know the evangelicals. They know what to look for. It's Jedi mind tricks of a used car salesman. Okay, for real. It's the same tricks. It's the same book. The fast talking used car salesman. They look in the crowd and they find the people who are looking at them like they've got this look about them.
Deer in the headlights?
Not exactly. The underconfident, scared, is he going to see me? And then he starts pointing people out. They start pointing people out. And they look. I'm trying to read the chat. It's so much, right? And they start picking on people. And what's going through their head as they're being yelled at by this guy on stage, right? Now they're being singled out. Now they're really scared. And another thing comes into play. They don't want to disappoint this person, right? They want to appear brave. They don't want to disappoint. So they start to play along. And then he starts putting words into their head about your demon is coming out or shit like that. And they start going along with it. This other ego
I
part,
don't want to make a scene.
they don't want to disappoint him. They want, and this
Yeah.
part of them has always, they're never the person who scores the goal. They're always getting pushed away. This is their time to shine. It's a big fucking mind trip, demonetized. It's a
Right.
big mind game, and it's used car salesman tactics with Jesus at the helm, right? And I'm like, oh my gosh, or the name of Jesus.
We see it a lot with extremes of Pentecostals and Baptists.
You do.
Yeah.
Extremes of them. I'm not like
and
saying
people-
all.
There's this lady at the gas station. I asked her about, I didn't realize, I'd forgotten who I was talking to. And I said, yeah, this guy, he's one of them sticks to snakes, fuckers, fire and brimstone people who go around the country and do this. She goes, do you mean evangelicals? Well, real Christian. And she started preaching. I'm like, I gotta go to work. I gotta go to work. I'm done. You ain't got nothing. You're no, forget it. I cast you out in the name of the Quantum Show, right?
Oh my.
Love it.
You got your fasting up to date and everything, huh?
Oh man, I can't believe I just said that.
I can. Because if you didn't, I would have.
Oh my gosh, I
You know,
cast
you're
you out in the
asking
name of the
about
Quantum
real
Show.
demons. Okay. I have seen them.
Yeah, okay.
I worked in an insane asylum for about 5 years. And we had 5 levels of care, okay? And our base care was for the criminally insane.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
What were you doing in a place like that? Oh my God. I can't
What was
imagine.
I doing? I was busy hiring people.
Oh my
Please
God.
stay for at least a week, you know?
What stress? Being a psychic in a place like that? Oh my God. How did you keep your sanity?
I had a kid to feed.
How
That's how I kept my sanity.
Did you just
I think a lot of it for me is I don't let that stuff in my mind at all, ever. Even now, never. And I don't ruminate on things either.
Mm-hmm.
But there we are, you know, a criminally insane asylum, you know, in the basement. Now there weren't a lot of people down there, probably only about 20.
In the basement, even?
In the basement.
Oh my God.
That's all we had for them. I'll tell you, this was the early 80s, and it wasn't fit for a human being to be there.
Oh my God.
The first thing you notice as a psychic when you walk into the door down there, and I went down there 3 times, okay? In 5 years, only 3 times. First time I had paperwork I had to take care of. And the second one was the RN down there was upset with the nurse who wasn't listening to the rules. I walked in, and the first thing you feel when you walk into something like that is depression, and a smell of sulfur.
Oh my
All
God.
right, that's enough. You don't need to comment. And
oh my God.
sulfur.
That's like the rotten egg smell, right?
Oh yeah.
Holy crap.
Burnt matchsticks.
Yeah.
And crap odors. And it was scrumptiously clean, I promise you that. You know, it was kept clean, it was kept nice, they were fed well. They had times when they were able to go out. Some of them, not all of them. And one fellow was allowed to be out of his cell for a little time. And I had told that same nurse I was talking about, get your hair up under your cap, don't look these people in the eyes, and don't get within arm's length of them. This one in particular, because he was a 4-time murderer.
Mm.
Okay, he had killed a family,
Mm.
and he liked women. He liked women a lot, and they were his favorite victim, you see. But he got a hold of her by her long hair.
Yeah.
She didn't listen. And she had a skirt on instead of pants like we told her to do. You know, that this was how she was going to dress, and wasn't nobody going to tell her different. And I'm like, you can do it my way or you can leave. There's only two options. And I had just got it out of my mouth. And I swear to you, that guy grew an arm that elongated enough to grab her by the hair. He had her that fast. He grabbed her by the hair, he broke her neck, and laughing, oh, he was having a wonderful time. His eyes are black as holes, and that stink going on. And I had a pair of scissors in my pocket, and I grabbed those and cut her hair off of her so that I could get her loose from him. I did save her life, got her out of it. You know, but she was a year in recovery.
Wow.
That's as close
guess
to
so, with a
demon
broken
as I
neck.
care to go.
She wasn't paralyzed or anything. She's so lucky.
Oh, she was arrogant. But you know, I know these people. They talk to me every day, and I'm not afraid of any of them. Good way to be, but be cautious all the same.
Yeah.
But
broke her neck. Oh,
that
God.
broke her neck.
Yeah.
Broke her arm in a couple of places too.
You said he extended his arm.
Yeah, he was in a wheelchair.
Right. Well, longer than a human arm.
Yeah, felt
That's
like
supernatural.
that.
That's the
It
kind of thing
happened
that's
so
supernatural.
fast, Nathan. I have thought about that over and over. Could I have possibly have seen that? But I did.
Yeah. Right. You question yourself. You're like, this doesn't make any sense. I've been there too. Like when that chick threw her husband across the house, I was like, this does my filters wanted to filter it out, but it didn't make any sense.
No, it
I had
was
to come to
impossible,
terms
right?
with it. It's impossible.
Mhm.
But that is a supernatural event.
And he was
Okay.
restrained. He was restrained in that chair and got loose that fast.
Yeah.
So he
Eyes
wasn't behind
pretty black.
bars. He was just
No,
out.
he was allowed to be out of his cell for an hour every day. She was preparing to take him in the elevator outside, give him some fresh air.
Oh.
There is such a thing as being humane,
Yeah.
you know. And yeah, these people do some pretty damned horrible things, but you still have to treat them like human beings. You know, you don't. He wasn't punished other than to be put right back in his cell. You know, but he was not allowed to be anywhere near any of the women again.
Right.
I don't know why they allowed it in the first place.
That is right. Sounds like some bad judgment. Maybe he had some points for good behavior. I don't know, but it doesn't sound like it was on him.
I do know why. Like he had been a model prisoner for months, just months. Happy, compliant, didn't throw things at the personnel, you know, ugly things. They get pretty nasty down there. I won't go into details like that, but it gets ugly.
Rachel is commenting I lasted 6 weeks. This is in reference to what you're saying. I lasted 6 weeks working at one of those places. I was a teenager, got picked up by my neck. Fortunately, my boss came and told him to let me go. I fell to my knees. Then I left.
Mm-hmm. That's why I was personnel director, and I was, as soon as I had a folder of people with applications that I just kept in rotation. You know, that it's a terrible place to work. Now we're talking about the downstairs floor. That was bad. The secondary floor.
Hey, Raven, how about you turn your mic off while you type?
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes. I was typing something here in the chat.
Type all you want, but
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, Raven. The one of the big things when you're working in a mental asylum, you get to know who's who. You get to know their name, their story. There was only about 1,000 people there, so I knew them all. And it really varies. The mental situations of every person varies a lot, but the very worst ones were kept downstairs. You know, because they could be locked down. And of course, now there are no asylums, so I don't even know how they handle them other than, you know, a 3-day stay at. We have 2 institutions that I know about in New Mexico. I can't imagine that's enough, but you would have the mentally retarded in there as well. You know, mentally challenged, disabled, and why they would all be in one area, it was what worked. So
I'm trying to look up the Manhattan Asylum that is being quoted over there. I think there is. I'm looking at. Okay.
There you have your bigger institutions where people are a danger to themselves.
Yeah, I'm thinking there. This is a different type of asylum. This is asylum seekers. Here's what the Google thing is, right? Asylum seekers in Manhattan, specifically at the Roosevelt Hotel Intake Center, have been forced to sleep on sidewalks at night due to shelters reaching full capacity, not because they are let out. As of summer 2023, hundreds of migrants, mostly single men, waited for days on the streets as the city ran out of space. I think
they're talking about the immigrant asylum.
Yeah,
seekers.
not mental asylum, but political asylum.
during the Reagan era,
different things, different. Yeah, not demons, right?
Right.
Well, generally, not demons.
Generally speaking, no. I mean, mentally ill, as long as they're not screwing around with something like that, we'll say catch a demon. They just don't.
Right.
You know, they have their guardian angels and such like too. But occasionally, if somebody wants to play, maybe they've got a obsessive compulsive disorder regarding, we'll say sex.
Yeah,
no, they have to go after that.
Most of it is a mental disorder. Most of them are, okay? Because I've met a lot of people who said they had demons. They didn't have demons, okay? Me and Shingoji, actually, before we met up and became friends like we are, he would go to places and he found mental problems all over the place. No ghosts, no demons, no nothing, all mental problems. I've found a lot of mental problems too. I mean, I was the Ghostbuster of my unit because when it was a real ghost or something, I would not report it to the chaplain. Okay, because that is over our pay grade. That went somewhere else. Okay, that went somewhere else.
This same mental institution had been constructed from a mansion, and I had a office that was a cubicle, so to speak, made off the end of a ballroom, And I had to spend a late evening one night doing payroll. It was, I don't remember what the problem was. It was delayed. And I would have a whole bunch of very angry people if I didn't get that payroll done and out of there. And suddenly I started hearing music in the ballroom. Well, at that time it was an activities area, so basically the size of a gymnasium, small one. But I heard jazz being played, and that kind of music. I thought, they're not having any doings at this time of night. What's going on in there? So I decided to go look. And it was, like I say, just next door. So I walked through the hallway and opened the door, and it was dark in there, and there was nobody in there.
Only ghosts.
Only us ghosts. But it had been a big house. It had been a wealthy home that had, balls and dances and things like that during the 1800s. So there that was. A lot of times I'll hear this stuff before I see it.
Yeah,
but there wasn't anything to see. The place was dark.
Yeah, there is a place that I want to go. It's literally right down the road from here. The Nashville prison.
Mhm.
It's right. You can see it from Charlotte. That's the main street that we all went on that day, right? And you can see it from Charlotte if you know what to look for. It's easier to
Right.
go, but you can get there. And I mentioned before, they do allow paranormal investigators to go in there, but you have to get permission because it is watched.
Mhm.
You can get a guide if you want, but I don't know what the deal is, right? You just have to go there. There's a number on the door. You call, you set up an appointment, you go and do it that day. And I want to do that. I want to do that because
I had
it's
an
going to.
opportunity to investigate the it was a small hospital there on Fort Bliss. I don't mean the big hospital, VA. I mean with the VA in it now. I mean, there was a lot of smaller barracks that had been, like a hospital recovery and also a mental place for those who came back with
On
PTSD
Fort
and stuff like
Bliss?
that.
What
On Fort
building?
Bliss. As you come in that one gate, the whole bunch of broken down barracks. They never went ahead and pushed them down or anything. They're just there.
Are you talking about what street did it let out to? Do you
Oh,
remember?
Nathan, this has been 13, 14 years ago. I don't remember.
Okay, so I remember 3 gates that I know. There was one gate that I never went through, but there was Pershing
This
Gate.
was sort of a back gate. It came off of the streets down there off of Dyer Street.
Sounds like Fred Wilson Gate, but they closed that when they moved it. They
I
moved the
know. It's sort of a crappy part of the base, but
was
they
there housing area on one side as you go in?
oh gee, I don't remember.
If I was to ever go back to El Paso, I'm going to Fort Bliss because
Now
they'll let me
there's
in with my VA card.
yeah, they will. Fort Bliss is moving out towards out the end of Fred Wilson. Yes, sir. It's the Fred Wilson Gate.
Was it
Yes.
Fred Wilson Gate? Yeah,
Mhm.
that was a crappy one.
Yeah, it's crappy.
That was a crappy one. That was the one that led out to
My
Fred Wilson
point.
Avenue, and they
My point
changed it
to
all
that.
up.
The investigator had no permission. They were just going to walk in and investigate it. And I said, dude, not with me or not. I don't feel like being in a brig for something like that. I don't want to be locked up.
No,
She said,
you
what do you
didn't want
mean? I
that on
said,
Fort Bliss.
because you will be arrested. That's why.
They were rough on people. I watched
Damn
people get
fool.
arrested over in the MP offices. Tim, I don't know if you ever saw, but they stripped people down out the back door. And these couple of gangsters went out there one time and they stripped them down to their underwear out in the back door, and they were like body cavity searching right there on the back porch. It was like, oh my god, I do not want to be here. I don't want to be here. Don't remember what I look like. I'm out.
Oh, wow.
That's exactly. I have no interest in participating in anything like that, and much less be the guest of honor at the barbecue. I just don't want to have it. And I told her no, and she couldn't believe that I would turn down a chance like that. I said, "Oh, you go ahead and do it, honey. You'll figure it out." They'll figure it out real fast. Well, we can be quiet enough, nobody will know we're there. I said, you're an idiot. They'll know when you cross the damn boundaries of it.
Yeah, that's where I was talking about the Area 51 was over by that gate. I was like not even a block away from that gate. The gate was over there. There was one street immediately, and then there was another street. I was just on the other side of the other street. They heard me talking about the Men in Black out on the sidewalk. I'm like, yeah, they know what's up. They know exactly what's up.
All I can say about any of that is I didn't take them up on the order and wouldn't even consider the idea.
Oh hell no!
I'm crazy. I'm not stupid.
They'll let you on if you have credentials and permission, and you don't. That's all you need.
You gotta follow protocol. That's all.
All you really have to have is a legitimate reason to be there.
Yeah, and at the time, it was like if it's half-assed enough, they'll let you on. If you didn't.
Well, right now would be right out, wouldn't it?
Yeah, they wouldn't. No.
No, they're but honestly, they are stricter in times like now. But if you have a legitimate reason, say, I don't know, your relatives are buried at Fort, what is it, at Junction City, Kansas, Fort Riley?
Yeah.
Say your relatives are buried at Fort Riley and you have to go visit them, that would be a legitimate reason. They would let you on. People don't realize that as citizen, you still have rights if they're legitimate. You know what I'm. Yeah, that's all I had to say. They're not.
We could go into an awful lot here, but we're not gonna.
Yeah, there's plenty of reasons to be on post. There's plenty of reasons to be on post. I mean,
that isn't one of them.
Yeah. Caterers.
I'm ghost hunters. I'm a ghost hunter with a YouTube show or a radio show is not legit.
No, that's not.
They would
laugh.
not buy that.
If you had an escort, say they're with me and I'm a member, or I'm a veteran, or I'm a doctor, or I'm a someone, half-ass reason back then, not now, but back then, they would let you on. I would get on, and I was already out of the Army. My friend lives in a housing area. His name is such and such. Okay, go ahead. They didn't even check my insurance, nothing, right? They just made sure I had an ID, and I wasn't it wasn't a high alert time either,
No,
right.
High alert time. I don't even think about going on the base.
Yeah,
I don't have a reason to go on there now at all, so I don't.
Right, like over here, you could get turned around, and the way the streets are, you can accidentally end up going to Fort Benning. And it's like, whoa, what? You're just like, whoa, I did not mean to be here. And they're like, okay, we're going to search your vehicle now. Well, please just let me turn around. I didn't even want to be here.
Oh, man. Even when I was in, sometimes I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't pull my vehicle into installations just because the fact that it would be such a turnaround,
Yeah.
In Europe, they had concern system where there was at smaller posts that you could park outside of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But this place,
I have no reason to go to the bases now, so I don't go.
well, I don't
Yeah.
have a reason, but I wouldn't mind going to, Fort Benning to a museum. I like the museum. Take some pictures.
I've
Look
been
at
to that museum. That museum is haunted as hell.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well,
You're
y'all,
talking about the mansion, right?
I don't know. I've never been there.
I've been to it. My sister and her husband were stationed at Fort Benning, and the main part of their museum is the mansion that had been on the. It was a plantation at one point, and my sister knew I was psychic, of course, and she's had her share of being found out about. And she told me, she said, "Now listen," she says, "if you do see something, please keep your mouth shut." I said, "Why?" She goes, "The people that have to guard this area have to walk the floors, and it makes them nervous when there's a sighting." I said, "Fair enough."
Yeah, another place that's really easy to drive into by accident um is Fort Campbell.
Mm.
That's really easy to drive into. And they will search your car and like you're automatically a suspect when you're up near Clarksville. And but that's another place I want to go to. Fort Benning is cool, but Fort Campbell is like right here. I want to go there because they're vet friendly. The 101st is there, and I worked with them in Saudi Arabia. We did, Tim. We worked
Yeah.
with them. I mean, not that they're gonna remember us or anything.
Yeah. Well, I don't know.
They're gonna
You
have us
might
in
run into
a
one.
a file in a vault. Like these guys are trouble.
I know it. I can smell them.
They know about aliens. They know about aliens. Don't let these guys in.
It's funny though about what I was saying about being able to smell. It's it starts off very faint and it gets more and more intense. And
Yeah,
I think a lot of people get that little.
the real
They'll call it that little buzz in the back of their head, but they may actually have caught it through their nose first.
yeah. There's a yeah. You talking about when you're in the presence of a real entity, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, not a mental factor, a real
Well,
thing.
a real malevolent sort of. Am I saying that right? Malevolent,
Malevolent.
malevolent spirit. They are not. They are detectable.
Right, not a mental illness that
Mm-mm.
someone's got.
Although
Or
people
power of
with mental
suggestion.
illness can get them, if they're obsessing or ruminating on something like
Yeah,
that.
yeah. But it's like one it's not automatic, and when someone tells me, you know what, when someone tells me the evangelical people, when I hear that that's the situation, I'm like, no. And I walk away, right? I walk away because they bring it on themselves. They play act, they invoke it, and I'm like, "Ugh, I don't want. No, you're on your own.
I just really think it's crazy.
Yeah, they're doing it, and I'm like, "Ugh, whatever, you know. And but when it's like that girl, they were not play acting,
Mhm.
right? Uh, she threw him across the house. That was supernatural. Okay, that was
She probably wasn't a very
supernatural.
big girl either, was she?
She was this tall to me,
Oh,
and
she
I'm
was.
5'7". She was like 5'4", right?
Oh, she's taller than I am by
Okay,
3 inches. Yeah.
she's like 5'3" or 5'4",
Hmm.
and She was small in stature, sitting cross-legged on a couch. Imagine throwing Tim in basic training, built, buff, tall Tim across a house. Okay.
I don't know if I
Not,
want to try across the house, but I'm pretty sure I could get him down.
yeah, you get him down, but not legs flailing
But
in
not,
the air,
no.
flying through the air like he was like launched out of a cannon. That's what this girl did from a cross-legged sitting position on a couch. I'm surprised.
Well,
the couch
here's the
was straight.
big question. Was she studying that sort of thing, or was she involved in
Oh
it?
no. Yeah. She was studying it. She was into demonology. And
Oh,
she was like
gee.
obsessed with it. So she was being obsessed. It
Mm-mm-mm.
was now all of that can look like schizophrenia until you see a supernatural act. Okay. So don't think it's real until you see something supernatural. And I'm talking super strength, levitation, okay, things that ghosts do, okay.
Things that don't add
Walking.
up to human beings.
How many times you been able to walk up the side of a wall?
Generally
None.
speaking, no, but I know a man who could walk up a straight and nearly, okay, here's my arm, and he could walk up that sort of gradient.
Okay,
No
Buddhist
fluid.
monks are immune to this. All right, they're excluded.
That
Right.
was exactly what he was.
Right. Okay, Buddhist monks are excluded from this because they are one with nature.
We
However,
had a question in the chat from
yeah,
Unknown. It says, "What about people who climb up walls like a
that
spider?"
is supernatural. That is
Supernatural.
supernatural.
Generally, they
Okay,
don't.
that is supernatural. Unless they got some kind of a gimmick where there's like they painted the walls with something and then they have something on their hands where it lets them Spider-Man up
Yeah.
the wall and it's a chemical reaction.
Yeah,
But
you
yeah,
could say that they were faking it, but um, people who involve themselves with evil end up trading with them.
they got to know what
For
it
what
is.
they want.
They
For
got to
what
know
they
what it
want.
is. They don't
Yeah.
know what evil looks like. You
Yeah.
know, so many people do not. Being an asshole is not being evil.
Mm.
Getting an unfair traffic ticket is not being evil. That's an asshole, right?
Being a jerk is not evil.
Being
Yeah.
a jerk, being an inconsiderate, thoughtless jerk who that's not evil, right? That's not evil. There are I'm okay.
There are people that are evil, and they're inherent evil. It does
Yeah,
happen. It's not a lot of them, thank God, but they do
right.
happen,
Yeah.
and they're more prone to making a deal than anybody.
Samo, no. There was no cable involved other than cable TV, and it was turned off. So this was not a Saturday Night Live skit.
No,
This was real.
nothing like that.
I watched it happen. I was there. It was the first scary thing I'd ever encountered.
Well, my sister-in-law saw. She was in at Westville Sanatorium as a nurse, and that's West Virginia. And she saw a patient put their bed up on end, sitting on the end of it, just rocking the thing back and forth for all she could stick it for. I would say that that person is probably somewhat possessed, wouldn't you?
Describe
I didn't
the
see
scene
it
to me
themselves.
again.
They were in their cell, okay? They were in a solitary cell. It wasn't very large. It was criminally mental again. And this person had put their bed up on end and was sitting on the top of it, rocking the thing back and forth, like I said, for all she could stick it for.
When you say all she could stick it for, do you mean she was
was
like
rolling that thing back and forth, just like she was on a playground ride.
was it tied to the wall somehow?
No.
Okay, that
She
does
shoved it
sound
right in the
paranormal.
middle.
That does sound supernatural. That does sound supernatural to me.
Well, it was weird. You know, my sister-in-law had jet black hair. Uh, she was married to my first husband, and the next time I saw her hair was white. She was 23, and she had not colored it. She said she had seen something so bad she wouldn't talk about it.
Yeah, I've heard of that happening too.
Mm-hmm.
Dorothy is bringing up a good point. There are such things as adrenaline surges too, where a
Yeah.
parent sees their kids pinned under a car, for example, and they manage to lift the edge of the car up. Superhuman strength.
Right.
Right.
Most of those though get hurt in the process, but that isn't usually put out there. They'll
Right.
have a
Those
hernia or back will bust or something
well,
of that sort.
but she brings up a good point, right?
Mm-hmm.
This is
Definitely.
true. This is true. But there's like no lead up. There's no, well, I'm into this club or I do this thing with the ashes or sticks or whatever, and it's in time of need. That's superhuman strength. We can do that.
Oh yeah.
Again, not supernatural, superhuman. That's
Yeah.
superhuman. We
With
have it in us to
supernatural,
do
you
that.
tend not to get hurt during the process.
Right. And there
When
is
it's
also,
adrenaline, you do.
Lynn, you're forgetting that is manifestation as well.
Mm-hmm.
Because when we see a need, we become the solution,
Oh yeah.
right?
For
And
sure.
especially when it's deep to the bone, like my child is in danger, right? That is some to the core stuff that,
Oh yeah.
and then we manifest ourselves beyond what this
It's
can
just,
normally do, right?
there's a need, and I'm gonna go meet it. You
How
know,
some people would say is
that's
we
simple.
match the vibration of the situation.
Yes, exactly. I'm
Okay,
glad you said
that
that.
is that is manifestation. That is using your quantum link in the
Your
physical
point
world.
zero energy. Mm-hmm.
0 point. That's how Keith names it.
It's kind of yeah 0 point energy, but you know in a quantum sense that that manifestation, everything comes together when all the vibration matches, and it goes boom. You know.
Right, and the parent that sees their child in trouble, they bring themselves to that vibration. That is
Mhm.
manifestation. I mean, that is like the definition of manifestation. Okay.
And here's a good point too from unknown. He's talking our shadow people, demons.
Well, we
No.
went over this with Raven. They can manifest as shadow people.
No.
When they lose their grip on somebody, but they're still in the area, yeah, they can do that. We went over this with Raven. So,
Mm-hmm.
y'all, we're over our limit,
Oh,
and
we sure are, aren't we?
we're almost 20 minutes over the limit. So I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up here. We did good. Thanks y'all. Thanks everybody for coming on. This has been the Quantum Panel. I'm going ahead and shutting her off. Raven, Tim, Lynn, thank you for coming on to the panel tonight.
Always a pleasure. It's always
Thanks
good
for
to
having
be
me.
here.
We got to look at some old buildings. I meant to look at that one that's in the mall area, but another time. It's not going anywhere.
I really enjoyed those pictures, by the way.
Yeah, I wonder how. Did y'all see the windows were open on the top floor? I'm like, how? Why do they? Well, not how, but why do they leave them open like that? Because it's been storming. That place got to be rotten inside. You saw the way the wood was all connected in
Yeah,
dovetailed joints.
Mm-hmm.
it's beautiful, actually.
Yeah, I love it. I would love to go in it. It was transported from somewhere, and it was put up there as a memorial, but there was no marker. There's no historical marker. I'm like,
Mhm.
who does that? You know?
I have perplexing buildings around my town too.
It must be a South thing or an East Coast thing because there's so much. Okay, well, anybody. Thanks, everybody. Getting all kinds
I
of
forgot I was muted. Yes.
good messages. Thank
Thanks
you, Stream.
to everybody.
Thank you, Dot. Thank you, Renee. Thank you, Rachel. Yes. Okay. Moving on. Please like, share, and subscribe. If you are here, I can't do one more question. The show is beyond over. Thanks, everybody. Please like, share, and subscribe if you're here. Your quantum agents, aliens, and AI. Like and subscribe. Though I know you won't.
Thanks, everybody.
We're taking off. Thanks, everybody. I got to
talk to your friends. Like, subscribe, and share. Love you guys.
Thank you.
Bye. Pushing buttons.
I hope that works for you, Aussie. Cayenne pepper.